back! It's officially my second video. If you happen to find yourself an author today, my name is Ella. This is my channel where I talk about writing and laugh a lot and edit badly. So if that sounds interesting to you, I have 6 dedicated subscribers and you could be one of them. Well, there could be more than 6. I'm not capping it off at 6. I had such good feedback on my last video. Everyone was so nice in the comments and I got way more views than I thought I would. I thought I'd get 0. So the fact that I got any more than 0 makes me so incredibly happy. I'm so sorry it's been long since I've posted. I've been trying to find time. I actually a week ago filmed another video, hated it, deleted it. We don't talk about it. This video is on something else. As you can tell from reading the title, this video is about how to make time for writing. This is specifically going to be aimed at people who are busy or in school, as I am, and do a lot of extracurriculars, as I do. I am a busy person, but I'm also not at the same time. I have sections of busyness where I'll be super busy and then I'll have nothing to do, and I always seem to have motivation to write in the super busy parts. I just want to watch The Office on repeat on the not busy parts. So I'm going to show you when you have a busy schedule, or if you don't, you can still use these tips. Why is it so dark? Now there's a weird glare on half of my face. There's no winning, is there? Just talk like this the whole time, like I have horse blinders. That'd be fun, right? You'd enjoy that? Me too. Let's actually start with the content, because I have this thing about rambling. I really need to stop. And it's been 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That's too long of an intro. You don't care. I don't care. I just wrote on my notes, schedules are busy. No duh. So this first section is going to be how to write without writing. So how to get a better idea of your world so that when you do write, you have more ideas to go off of. Now I will admit when I was writing these, I was focusing more on long pieces, but I tried to edit them so they'd focus on both long and short pieces combined. And the second part of this video will be how to actually find time for writing. So my first one is always, and I mean always, keep a notebook or the notes app on your phone really close, because you never know when idea is going to strike. Sometimes you'll see a weird blade of grass and you'll just whip out your phone and be like, weird blade of grass is a metaphor for the humanity in dying. And you know what? That's respectable. And you need to write it down or else you're never going to remember. You're always like, oh, when I go to the computer today, I'm going to remember perfectly. And everything's going to be so good. And my novel's going to be a bestseller. And oh my god. Yeah, but if you don't remember that blade of glass is a metaphor for the humanity of dying, it's never going to be a bestseller. So just write it down. That was harsh. Write down the blade of grass. Ooh, I love this one because it's something I do with my characters. You take your character development of your story and you make it into a playlist. So you'll pick a character and you'll pick songs that represent how they feel in maybe the first chapter and then the second and then the third. It doesn't have to be chapters, it could be sections. And then you can hear the songs, their character development. So then you write it, you can channel the song and be like, now this character is a dynamic character, and English teachers will talk about it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not going to elaborate on this, because this isn't the actual good stuff. These are just ideas, and I was like, this would be fun. Obviously, if you have time to make a playlist, though, you should just be writing. It's hard, but sometimes you just need to write, because especially if you're in the drafting stage, because drafting is all about getting your ideas onto the paper. Yes, you could write your idea about the blade of grass in a notebook, but if you're in front of your computer, why not just incorporate it into your story? Because then it'll be there, and if you hate it later on, you can edit it out, but that's what drafts are for. They're for having that story there. Ooh, advice! Ooh, I like this one too. I never do this one because I couldn't. but try basing your decisions or living a day as your character. So what you eat, what you do, what you say to people, like try and channel your character. Obviously, if your character is someone who gets into an argument with everyone, like, don't do that. But it really helps you get into the mind of your character and think about those small characterizing details that really help to define them and make them like such a good and interesting and dynamic character to read about. If they really seem just like a person who's like real. Yeah, that helps. Also, that'd be fun if I did a video I just lived a day as one of my characters. I don't have any I write psychological horror. Bad things happen to all of my characters. So if you want to see me like battle depression for a day, that like and subscribe. Oh my god. Okay. This one is specifically for fantasy, but you can do it for like if it's important to your story. I've definitely seen historical fictions, realistic fictions, mysteries, romances. Not really with this, but try mapping out the kingdom, town, city, planet. That's a big map. Country, state, tri-state area. Different words, evil incorporated. I've been watching too much Phineas and Ferb. I have nothing to do, so I'm like, remember this TV show you watched when you were 8? Relive it. I feel like everyone's doing that. Everyone's reliving Phineas and Ferb right now. Make a timeline of events, of things that your characters did. I'm really just explaining to you what an event is. You know, a sequence of events. A sequence of events. The plot of your story, you know? Do you know what a plot is? Do you know what a plot is? Do you need me to explain to you what a plot is? It's a sequence of events, so there you go. Wow. You could never become a bestseller without me. Let's face it. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean that. Please be my friend. I'm lonely. I just have books. My water tastes like Jolly Ranchers because I used to keep a bunch of Jolly Ranchers in here. Do you want one? It's cherry. I ran out of blue raspberry, I'm sorry. Make a timeline of events. I feel like that one's pretty self-explanatory. You map out what happens first and then last. You're plotting. Next, I have plot. They're kind of the same thing, except for maybe you're telling your story out of order and you need to put it in order, but you should already have that done, really, because if you're writing a story out of order and you don't have the right order, yeah. Plot or make a timeline so you know what's happening next, you know? Oh, the next one's fun. It's doing lookbooks or like aesthetics for your characters. Isn't that fun? Like, I love doing that with my characters and being like, you would wear all green like a Slytherin. And you'd have little like fairy lights strung, and that'd be so cute, right? None of my characters are like that. None of my characters are cute. They all suck. I hate them all. But then I love them all, but I like hate them like they're my children. I'm like, next one is read. I have a book here, and I'm going to demonstrate reading for you. This is a part of Salem's Lot by Stephen King. She bit me! Jimmy howled. Oh my Jesus! She bit me! That is how you read. Write a dramatic poem at sunset about a character dying on a beach. It helps. Not with writing. Just with your mental health. If anybody does it, share the poem, because they're always so much better than regular poems. If you don't write your poem at sunset on a beach, then you'll never, ever live up to anything, ever. So what are you doing? This is just me insulting you for however many minutes this video is gonna be. Like 40, because I can't stop rambling about nothing. Last video was 17 minutes, and I'm like, that's a lot for a tag. They're supposed to be like short and sweet to get to know me. And I was like, no. And my last one of how to make time for writing when you're not actually writing, but you want to do something that helps your work in progress is watch helpful videos like these. like mine. But you can watch videos that can help you improve your writing or give you ideas for writing, and honestly, they're just fun. I love watching AuthorTube videos. And that's it. That's all I had to say about that one. Watch me, please. Give me your sweet, precious watch time. So this is actually how to make time for writing. And like how to write when you're busy. I already explained that, but I'm explaining it again. Hold on, I'm getting a sip of water. Water. W-A-T-E-R. Wow, such a writer. First is to sacrifice other times. And this one may not seem particularly appealing because obviously there's some things you want to do, but sometimes my low battery just came on, so I'm gonna have to make this quick. But sometimes you just need to write. Like you want to write, but you don't want to like write. I get that feeling all the time. Sometimes you just should, because it helps you. Whether that's like lunch at your school period, you're just typing on your phone, or an extra 5 minutes you may find in your schedule. Sometimes it's very important you take that time to write words on a Word document or on a piece of paper or on your elbow. Because it really does help. You may think, oh, these 5 minutes couldn't possibly help me. They do. They do. And you need to write. Of course, I'm not saying sacrifice all your time, or even, of course, this one is not one that makes sense. So if you have a way to fit it into your schedule without sacrificing other times, I fully endorse that. For example, this is another one of my points. Maybe don't I don't want to sound so mean or accusatory while saying this, but like, get off your phone, get off Netflix, get off YouTube after you finish this video, and just write. Just write. Just get out of your head and get into the world that you're writing. If you have writer's block and you're watching Netflix, okay, I can't say this. That's not true. Because writer's block is a banana bread. Put that on a shirt. Writer's block is a banana bread. Family? Maybe you could sacrifice some of your time doing things for leisure, such as watching Netflix for hours on end. Like, I get it. Umbrella Academy Season 2, you need to watch it. I get it. I watched it in one day. But you also really need to write, especially if you want to. So if that is an option for you, so my next one is to schedule your time. Or I guess what I'm trying to say is ration your time. For example, if you have a day like maybe Saturday, you have a football game in the morning, because all writers love football. And in the afternoon, you have 3 hours, and then you're going out with your friends. Okay, cool. Maybe the next day on Sunday, you have nothing, and you have dinner with your family at 6. And then you have really busy on all the school days, except for like Thursdays. You allot yourself more time on Thursday and Sunday to write. You give yourself a word count or a time to write or a page count, whatever works best for you. Bless you. My dog's under my bed. He loves it there. And just like use that time to write. So that way on a day where you make it 25 words, 10 words, a sentence, no sentences, nothing, you'll feel more productive because you already did stuff. And you don't have to write constantly to be a writer. You don't have to write 24/7. You don't have to write every day. You don't have to feel guilty if you don't stick to your schedule, because that's human nature. And obviously, you're probably pretty busy and stressed out right now. And you maybe don't even have the mental capacity to think about writing. And I totally get that. But maybe some days, if you have more time, you can give yourself time to write. Because I assume if you're watching these, you really enjoy writing. Or at least think of it as something fun to do as a hobby. Yeah, so you probably care about it a lot. And if you don't, well, then I still welcome you. Because maybe you can find this helpful, or maybe you can just find my sheer awkwardness a bit entertaining. I hope so. Write when you have the motivation, because when, like, I'm not talking about like only write when you have the motivation. Sometimes I need to get words on a page, but I'm talking about if you have motivation, write. Like when you're motivated, write. It might seem impossible because of where you are, but I'm guarantee you there's some way that you could be writing right now. And I'm not encouraging you to skip class and go write in the bathroom, but I am encouraging you to follow your creative side and just write what your mind wants you to. Because that is what you want to do in that moment if you're motivated. And why should you waste all that motivation? You shouldn't. It might not last long. Lack of motivation and depression and quarantine and every day is crazy. So when you have motivation, sometimes it's a rarity. It might happen every day. It might happen once every 6 months. So you really should follow your creativity and write right there and then. I already kind of went over this, but just find small breaks in time where you can write. 5 minutes, a half hour, a few seconds when you're waiting for someone to use the bathroom. That one's not really practical. Just, like, take the time you can get to write. That's how you really fit it into your schedule. You're just like, give me 2 seconds. I need to write about Sandra dying. You're a writer. We've all killed a character named Sandra. It's fine. It's fine. I thought that would be funny. It wasn't. Do the thing where you, like, talk into your phone and it translates into words. That's the thing, right? Is there a program you can get that on your computer where you just talk and it writes, so that way you can talk instead of like manually writing. You can be like, Sandra looked up at the stars as the knife wrenched inside of her gut. That's like a Wattpad sentence. Hi? Hello? It's a doggo. You want to get out of here, but I can't because I'm blocking you? Okay. Give me 2 seconds, okay? I love you. Getting annoyed, have to finish quick. Oh, he's just leaving. Hi. I'm gonna keep talking. Wake up in the middle of the night. This one might not seem like the most practical. Because it's not, but really, just do it. Or wake up early in the morning. That's when you have time to write. I don't really suggest the middle of the night, because then you'll be sleep deprived. But I think what I mean with that is sometimes you can, like, wake up after you had a dream, and then you have a lot of motivation. So just do, like, quick bursts where you're writing as much as you can in 15 minutes. And then you might wake up the next morning, and you'll be like, huh? What is this? But that's okay, because you can edit it. Also, it's funny. Like, don't pretend you aren't entertained by your own bad writing. We all are. And it's not bad. It's amazing and I love you. Whoa, sorry. It's been 2 videos. That's too quick. I appreciate your existence. Better. The next one is a really practical one that I think everybody should totally, invest their time in. And that is freezing time. So next one is bring the device in which you write everywhere. Your computer, your notebook, your phone. Take it everywhere. You never know when you'll have to wait for a long period of time. More often than you think. So when you do, just be like, whew. No, cried Sally when she found out that Sandra died. This isn't a story that I've written. I just made up these characters, but now I'm attached to them. And my last one, very simple, but have an outline so you know what you're writing. It doesn't have to be an extremely detailed outline, but it does have to be an outline. Because sometimes if you just start your mind rambling and you're trying to get as many words on, your thoughts can drift, and first you were talking about Sandra dying, and now you're talking about Sally's cat's grandmother, who once married a cat named Bill, and Bill had an owner named Jerry, and Jerry was into hardcore rock, and he actually met only hardcore rock bands. I listen to like indie rock sometimes. I wouldn't even call it, no, I listen to indie. I listen to like some light-ish rock, alternative, pop punk stuff. And then like musical soundtracks, because I'm a theater kid. Go ahead, hate me. You won't. Yes, you will. So this has been a very bad advice video. It's been frantic, it's been weird, but so are our schedules, so I feel like it kind of works. I want my videos to feel really casual, like we're having a conversation. I've never done particularly well with just like sitting down and talking in a really professional way, because I feel like I'm not a professional person. I'm a teenager trying to inspire and be inspired by other young people. So why should I come out here like I know everything and tell you the secrets to the writing industry? Instead, I want us to really grow from each other. Maybe you have some suggestions for me in the comments. Maybe some of my suggestions don't actually work and you want to tell me about that. And I'm totally willing to listen. I'm actually going to set up an Instagram account with the same name as my YouTube channel. So I'll make sure to have it up by the time this video comes out, which hopefully be tomorrow, which you don't know when I film this, so you don't know if I'm correct or not. Because I've tried to film this so many times. Again, I apologize for being late. But yeah, I really just want this to feel casual because, again, I'm not a professional person. I can't tell you the secrets of the writing industry. I can just help you. I can help us feel motivated and happy with our writing because that's what we all want. And one day we'll all be on the bestsellers list. Cheers to that. This is water. Okay, and with that, if you happen to find yourself on AuthorTube today, my name is Ella, and thank you so much for watching this video. I'm so happy if I could help you, and I'm so happy if you made it to this part. Okay. Bye! Oh, my dog's barking.